The sun hung high over Hollywood Boulevard, painting everything in a soft golden glow. The walkways shimmered with the light bouncing off the embedded stars that lined the famous Walk of Fame. Tourists moved in waves, laughing, taking selfies, and soaking up the dreamlike energy that made this part of Los Angeles so magnetic. Among the crowd was Tasha Brown, a 26-year-old black woman from Atlanta, visiting California for the first time. She had saved up for months for this trip, a birthday gift to herself after a difficult year filled with hard work, long hours, and quiet sacrifices. For her, this wasn't just a vacation. It was a celebration of survival, of finally doing something for herself. Her camera hung around her neck like a badge of joy. Every few steps, she stopped to snap photos. The stars on the ground, the towering palm trees, street performers painted in silver. Her laughter blended with the hum of street music. She felt free, light, and proud. She had always dreamed of Hollywood, the place where dreams were born, where creativity lived in the air. The sun, the art, the rhythm. It was everything she imagined. She paused in front of Chadwick Boseman's star, smiling softly. "You gave us so much," she whispered, taking a photo. A couple of tourists smiled at her, nodding in quiet understanding. It was one of those simple, shared moments that made the world feel warm and kind. But kindness can vanish in seconds. Just a few steps ahead, a voice cut through the air, sharp, irritated, filled with anger. "Hey, you better not be taking pictures of me." Tasha turned, startled. A woman, white, mid-40s, blonde hair tied too tight, designer sunglasses perched on her head, was glaring at her from a few feet away. She wore a beige dress and carried a small dog in a pink harness. Her name, as Tasha would later learn, was Karen Whitmore. "I'm sorry," Tasha replied, confused but polite. Karen stepped closer, her face twisted with irritation. "I said stop taking pictures of me. You people are always recording and posting others online. It's creepy." Tasha blinked. The words "you people" hung in the air like a curse. People around them began to slow down, sensing the tension. "I wasn't taking pictures of you, ma'am," Tasha said softly. "I'm photographing the stars on the sidewalk. You just happened to walk by." Karen scoffed. "Don't lie. I saw your phone pointed in my direction. I know what you're doing. You're trying to make some kind of scene." Tasha's heart began to race, but she stayed calm. "Ma'am, I don't even know you. I'm just a tourist. Please don't accuse me of something I didn't do." But the woman wasn't listening. Her voice grew louder, sharper. "You people always have excuses. Always playing the victim. I'm sick of it." The crowd around them grew still. A few young people nearby pulled out their phones. One man, wearing a Lakers cap, called out, "Lady, she wasn't filming you." "Chill out." Karen's face turned red. "Mind your business. You don't know what she did." "I do," the man shot back. "We all saw. You're the one yelling in the middle of the street." Tasha stepped back, clutching her camera. Her heart pounded in her chest. She had heard of these things happening. Viral videos, moments of confrontation, but never imagined she'd be in one. Karen stepped closer. "You're just trying to start trouble, aren't you? Trying to make yourself a victim online." Tasha shook her head. "Please stop. I don't want any problems." But Karen's anger had turned into something else now. Something darker. She reached out suddenly, snatching Tasha's camera strap and yanking it. The crowd gasped. "Hey!" Tasha cried, trying to pull back. "Let go of my camera. Don't you touch me," Karen shouted, still gripping the strap. "You people think you can do anything. Ma'am, let go of me." Two bystanders rushed forward. One man pried Karen's hand off the camera, while a woman stepped between them. "Enough," the woman shouted. "She didn't do anything wrong. You're attacking her." Karen's dog barked hysterically as she stumbled back, still fuming. "You're all against me. This is ridiculous." Tasha's eyes filled with tears, not just from fear, but from disbelief. She looked around, trembling, feeling her dignity slipping away. A police siren wailed in the distance. Someone had called for help. Karen's voice softened slightly as she saw the flashing lights approaching. "You see? You caused a scene. I hope they take you in for harassment." Tasha took a deep breath. "Harassment? You grabbed me. You tried to take my camera. I was just taking pictures." As the officers arrived, the crowd began to explain what had happened. Several people showed them videos they had recorded. One officer, tall, calm, and professional, turned to Karen. "Ma'am, we've reviewed the footage. You're under arrest for assault and property damage." Karen froze. "Assault? Are you serious? I'm the victim here." The officer shook his head. "You approached her, you grabbed her camera, and you used racially charged language. We have multiple witnesses." Karen's face turned pale. "This is insane. I didn't mean..." But her words trailed off as the handcuffs clicked around her wrists. The crowd murmured, a mix of relief and discomfort. Some clapped quietly, others recorded as the officers led Karen away. Tasha stood frozen, tears rolling down her cheeks. One of the officers approached her. "Are you okay, miss?" he asked gently. She nodded shakily. "I think so. I didn't expect any of this." He gave a small, sympathetic smile. "You did nothing wrong. You handled it well. We'll file a report, but from the videos, it's clear what happened." She nodded again, taking a deep breath as the adrenaline began to fade. A woman from the crowd, the same one who had stepped in earlier, came closer. "Hey, you were amazing back there," she said softly. "You kept your cool when most people wouldn't have." Tasha gave her a weak smile. "Thank you. I just wanted to enjoy my day." "I know," the woman said. "Don't let her ruin it." Tasha sat down on a nearby bench, her hands trembling. She wiped her eyes, took a sip of water someone handed her, and just breathed. The camera was scratched but still working. She turned it on, staring at the last photo she had taken. Chadwick Boseman's star. The irony hit her hard. A symbol of black excellence, dignity, and quiet strength, followed by an ugly act of prejudice. For a long moment, she sat there, lost in thought. Later that evening, back at her hotel, Tasha opened her social media feed. Her phone was blowing up, messages, tags, notifications. The video of the incident had gone viral. People were outraged, sending messages of support, love, and solidarity. Hashtags like #JusticeForTasha and #StandForEquality were trending. She scrolled through the comments, some angry, some emotional, some deeply moved by how she had stayed calm. She could have been angry. She could have lashed out, but instead she chose grace. After an hour of reflection, she decided to post something. On her Instagram, she shared the photo of Chadwick Boseman's star, the last picture she took before the incident. Her caption read, "Today I learned how quickly hate can appear, even on the brightest day. But I also saw how kindness can rise from strangers who refuse to stay silent. To everyone who stood with me, thank you. I forgive her. I only hope this reminds others. Kindness costs nothing, and hate solves nothing." Within minutes, her post exploded with support. Celebrities, influencers, and everyday people shared her words. The incident became part of a larger conversation about racism, everyday prejudice, and the importance of standing up when witnessing injustice. News outlets picked it up. Interviews were requested. But Tasha didn't want fame. She wanted understanding. In one interview, she said simply, "I don't want this to just be another viral video. I want it to be a reminder that we still have work to do, that respect and equality should never be situational." Her calmness and grace touched hearts. Weeks later, she received a handwritten letter from a stranger in New York. It read, "Your story reminded me to speak up. I saw something similar once and didn't intervene. I've regretted it ever since. Thank you for showing us how courage looks in silence." Tasha kept that letter in her travel journal. It reminded her that even pain can plant seeds of change. As the months passed, she continued her photography, traveling to other cities, capturing the beauty of everyday life. She often spoke at schools and youth events about self-worth, respect, and resilience. Every time she told her story, she emphasized one thing: don't let hate shrink your world. Stand tall. Your peace is worth protecting. And whenever someone asked her how she managed to stay calm that day, she'd smile softly and say, "Because I know who I am. And that's something no one can take from me." Racism doesn't always wear a mask of violence. Sometimes it hides behind assumptions, entitlement, and words. But peace and strength are greater than anger. By staying calm and letting truth lead, we not only protect our dignity, but also inspire others to confront hate with grace and courage. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe for exclusive content like this.